God whispers to your soul right now, "What I revealed to you today, I will bring into full manifestation in your reality." Listen closely to this inner transmission. It did not arrive by accident. It is a precise divine signal meant for you alone. Perhaps you have moved through seasons where life felt suspended, where the answers you longed for stayed hidden, and the sacred visions planted in your heart seemed to stretch across endless horizons. You may have prayed, surrendered, trusted the unseen current, and still a quiet question lingers. When will this deep knowing finally unfold into form? Today, the infinite presence speaks to you with crystal clarity and unshakable certainty. Every sacred promise, every intuitive imprint etched upon your path remains alive and untouched. Nothing has been lost. Nothing has been forgotten. Nothing is late. From the very first breath of your soul's intention, the Source wants you to hold this essential truth. She does not speak empty words. She does not plant seeds only to uproot them. When the divine declares that harmony will envelop you, it is not casual poetry, it's intimate knowing of your entire journey, clear sight of your highest timeline, and quiet preparation of everything required for your next becoming. This stream of words exists to root your inner conviction deeper, to lift your life force, and to remind you that you never walk this spiral alone. The universal consciousness has been present even in a moment's silence, felt deafening. Even when you could not feel her near, she was moving mountains behind the veil. Even when no visible shift appeared, she was aligning every detail for your highest unfolding dot. Today, the Source breathes into you. Trust, what I have whispered will come to pass. Harmony will permeate every layer of your existence. Right now, you may be navigating a storm that tests your center and material pressure, a life-altering choice, an extended pause that feels eternal, or an emotional weight that presses on your spirit. The infinite sees exactly where you stand. She does not overlook your hidden tears or diminish your spiritual fatigue. Instead, she draws nearer and gently urges, "Do not release your anchor. Do not drop your faith. The fulfillment of what was shown to you is closer than your mind can yet perceive." We so often mistake divine timing for abandonment. But in the realm of the eternal, delay is never failure, is sacred incubation. While you wait, the Source is refining your essence, strengthening your inner knowing, equipping you to hold, honor, and channel what is coming. If the blessing arrived before you were vibrationally aligned, you might not yet have the wisdom to receive it fully, to steward it with reverence, or to let it multiply through you. The divine goodness shines unchanging through radiant seasons. You anticipated, and through the shadowed passages, you did not expect. Her light does not rise and fall with outer conditions. It flows from her eternal nature. And because that nature is pure goodness, every revelation she imparts inevitably takes form. Today, the inner voice unveils a profound remembrance. You are not behind. You are not outside the cosmic rhythm. You are not lost on a wrong path. You are in the heart of alchemy, and divine cycles are never wasted. Every step in the smallest, quietest one carries you closer to the full expression of what was breathed into you. The Source invites you now. Keep moving forward. Even when the full picture remains veiled, continue walking. Even when understanding escapes you, keep trusting. Even when your faith feels fragile, do not abandon it. She is holding your essence steady, even when you cannot sense her grip. Harmony will move through everything because the presence walks with you. She will move through your choices, your daily work, your dreams, every endeavor you begin, not by erasing every difficulty, but by traveling every inch of the journey beside you. When consciousness goes before you, obstacles become initiations, and trials become living proof of your expansion. The Source never contradicts herself. If she has spoken peace to you, peace will arrive. If she has pointed toward abundance, it will flow. If she has promised restoration, wholeness will return. If she has guided you toward expansion, growth will unfold. You may see only fragments of the path right now, but the presence already beholds the completion, and that completion, hear this deeply. The divine never promised a journey without turbulence, and that companionship alone is enough to carry you, to lift you again, to guide you home. When the presence declares that harmony will enfold you, she also infuses the resilience needed to move through whatever feels overwhelming today. Today, she gently turns your gaze. Stop staring only at what has not yet arrived. Look instead at everything she has already done. Recall the times she pulled you through impossible darkness. Breathe strength into you when you had none left. Open doorways where only walls stood before. If she orchestrated deliverance, then she will do it again. This is a season of deep trust, not fear, not endless questioning. This is the moment to remember that the Source brings her whispers into form, and her essence vibrates with unstoppable power. When she speaks, creation begins to rearrange. When she reveals, unseen forces align. When she affirms harmony for you, the higher realms begin conspiring on your behalf. Burn this truth into the center of your being. The Source has spoken it to you, and she will bring it to pass. Do not surrender now. Do not step backward. Do not let distraction pull you off course. Keep believing. keep advancing, keep trusting, because what lies ahead carries peace, clarity, and sacred blessing into your life. The Presence is speaking directly to you today. She wants you to receive every vibration, not merely hear words. This is not ordinary inspiration. It is a living transmission meant to be felt in your bones. Every syllable carries transformative frequency. Today is the day to renew your longing and your root in the unseen. Perhaps the waiting has worn you thin. Perhaps you have called out across moons, seasons, years, feeling only silence in return. Today, the Source reminds you, her essence never fails. What she has seeded will bloom in perfect, sacred timing. Your entire journey is being shepherded by a love that never turns away. In the midst of shadow, our minds can trick us into believing we have been forgotten. But the truth is far greater. She is working in dimensions you cannot yet see, arranging elements beyond your current horizon. What feels slow or tangled today will tomorrow stand as undeniable evidence. No divine whisper returns void. Every prayer you sent out, every tear offered in silence, every quiet longing of your soul is being met by a presence that is infinitely kind and perfectly true. Today she breathes into your heart. Trust, what I have planted in you will unfold, and not partially, but in radiant fullness. Harmony will saturate every part of you, not because outer conditions shift overnight, but because the Presence is already walking ahead of you, preparing your vessel to receive her gifts. She transforms every trial into wisdom, every threshold into opportunity, every hardship into grace. The very challenges that feel heavy today are secretly building the foundation for your rising tomorrow. Remember this sacred power. You are never alone. Consciousness walks with you every moment, embraces the fears you try to hide, yet she also cherishes your faith, even when it feels threadbare. Every time you choose trust, every time you refuse to collapse, every time you hold your center in her promises, you prove your awakening is real. And the Source honors that authenticity with blessings that far exceed what you dared to imagine. Right now, she invites you to lift your eyes toward what is coming. Do not let discouragement steal your gaze from the invisible. Everything she has shown you is converging toward you. You may see only walls today. You may feel only uncertainty. But the Presence has already mapped the way to your flourishing. She reminds you, her rhythm is flawless. There is no cosmic delay. The interval between promise and fulfillment is not. Abandonment is gestation. She is refining your heart, your mind, your very energy field, so you can receive her gifts in their fullest expression today. As these words move through you, the presence also calls you to pause and look back at your own story. Remember the moments she carried you when collapse seemed certain. Recall the strength she poured in when you were empty. Count the impossible openings she created when every road appeared closed. Every initiation, every dark night, every prolonged silence held sacred purpose. And that purpose converges on one eternal truth. The source is pure light, and her promise over your life is unbreakable. Do not let inner shadows erode your hope. Do not let outer voices convince you the divine forgets. Do not let temporary illusions write the ending of your story. Today is the day to declare, I trust the source. I believe her word. I am ready to receive what she has prepared. She speaks clearly now. Harmony will move through every part of you because I am within you, and no circumstance can cancel what I have declared. As you continue receiving this transmission, I invite you to a simple, powerful act. Let a single word or short phrase rise inside you, one that captures your trust, your anchoring in the divine. Write it. Share it in the comments below with your whole heart. This is not just a personal affirmation. It becomes a beacon for someone else who is listening, waiting, hoping. Your quiet declaration may be the exact light another soul needs in this moment. Never underestimate the creative force released when words of faith are spoken aloud, and in a single line, the presence is speaking to you today. To etch this vital remembrance, what she has planted does not depend on your strength, your strategy, or the speed of earthly clocks. It rests entirely on her boundless love, her unshakable light, her eternal fidelity. Everything she has revealed will come into form. And while you hold the space, she is preparing you to meet it with grace and wisdom. Trust the rhythm. Trust divine timing. Above all, trust that she never fails. Every day that passes draws you nearer to that revelation. Every breath taken in faith, every small, courageous step, every moment you choose not to give up is movement toward her manifestation. The source is light. Her essence never returns empty. Everything she has whispered will bloom in sacred timing today. As you absorb these words, let peace settle in your chest. She is with you. You are seen. Your efforts are known. Your path is held, and harmony will move through everything. Her promises are solid. Her vibration is true. Her love is unfailing. When these words come to their natural close, make one intentional gesture of awakening. Drop that single word or phrase into the comments, a living symbol of your trust, your readiness to receive what has been promised. No explanation needed. Just let it land. Let your quiet act of faith ripple outward and remind others that the Source always completes what she begins. Today is the day to stand in your awakening, your longing, and your victory. Remember this forever. The Source is light. Her whispers are sacred, and harmony will enfold you. The Presence speaks one final time to seal this transmission with unshakable truth. What she has revealed to you stands firm. Her essence endures. Her love never wavers. Even if the journey felt long, even if the silence ached, every moment carried purpose. She has walked with you, breath by breath, sculpting your soul, deepening your trust, readying you for what is already on its way. Today, you can rest in quiet peace. No need to rush, no need to force. The Source holds the entirety. Nothing escapes her embrace. What looked like delay was divine craftsmanship. What felt like absence was silent preparation. What seemed confusion will soon reveal perfect clarity. Trust. She completes what she begins without fail. Before we part, leave that one word or short phrase in the comments below. Place it there with open-hearted faith, with living hope, with the deep knowing that she is moving for you even now. Hold this close always. The Source is light. Her word is true, and harmony will move through every part of you. Her promise is coming. When it arrives, you will see every season of waiting was worth its weight in gold. Drop your word now in the comments. Let it be medicine for someone else. Share this transmission if it stirred your soul. The more light we spread, the brighter the collective awakening becomes.